Hi, lovelies. This is the Judy TV show where I talk about marriage and marriage related trending issues. My name is Judith. And guys, the trending one now is AY and his wife um, challenge. Well, by now, a good number of us must have heard much about the problem that AY is having with his wife. That his wife had even moved out of their house. Is no longer news, as a matter of fact. The story has been trending for quite some days now. Even before now, because there was a time, a couple of weeks or months, that the wife made a post that people tried to dissect that post and everything. And then only for AY to come and confirm, our fears. Because when their daughter marked, their first daughter, who is a teenager, marked her birthday, they separated they marked it, they celebrated it for her, separately. The wife made a post differently, and then AY made his differently. Not like a family now that probably will take the girl out and what have you. And then AY's house that was burnt, that later rebuilt. We didn't see much of the presence of his wife in the whole thing, as in posting or talking about it and all that. And then the wife also marked her birthday. The post of AY, referring to her as the mother of my children and everything, wasn't that romantic, from a husband to a wife, as should be. So, but AY now much later now made a post, confirming it that all is no longer well, and that they might just be going their separate ways, at the end of the day, finally. I want to, because it's a trending issue, I just want to lend my voice, because AY is a matured man. Uncle AY is, I think, is above 50 now, and then I don't know how old Mabel is, but like I've always said, to me, age is not the thing I, look out for, the thing I consider in whatever thing people do, because you could get somebody who is 30 years old and he'll be behaving as if he's 50, and you can get somebody who is 50 and the person will be behaving as, in fact, as if it is 25. So it's a matter of the individual that is involved. But I'd like to say to Uncle AY, from what is going on, honestly, this is least expected of you, okay? Because AY has, I mean, if you know AY comedy show, and all that, AY is popular, AY is known for his, I don't know, for his kindness. He's such a generous guy and such a socialite like that, for this kind of a thing to be happening. And you also, if you also know AY and his wife very well, they like to slay. The way they dress. If this one is dark skinned, the other one is fair skinned, and all that. A good combination, if you ask me. And they've been married for 20 years, 20 solid years. As you can see from the beginning of the post, some of their pictures when they were much, much younger, And all of a sudden, after 20 years of marriage, this is now happening. It's so sad, guys, because honestly, like when I did a video on Dame Mama Lakija, I just said that I don't know what is happening. I just hope that marriages are not under attack, especially marriages that are going the way that is supposed to be done, or the way it's supposed to go. Because theirs was 48 years in marriage, and here is AY's own that is 20 years in marriage, 20 years, yes, in marriage. And as I was told another story, I've not done a video on that, of another one that is 30 something years in marriage. I tried to speak to them because they told me who the woman is, and I tried to reach out to her, but she has not responded. Let me know, and then, offer any little counsel that I can. It is left for them to, make do with it or just trash it, but at least let me speak out. So concerning this AY one, let me come back to track. Concerning this AY one, honestly, I feel so disappointed. AY, nobody is saying that a wife is a saint or whatever, but if whatever thing the wife must have done, because you said she also has her blames and all that, of course, no human being is perfect, but whatever thing that it was her mistake or she must have done, that you forgave her and then she forgave you, and then you people continued up until this time around. Excuse me. But for her to be repeatedly saying, or for her to say that she repeatedly treated herself of STD, and then that there's somebody that became pregnant for you twice and had to take it out and all that, for her to give that details, okay? AY, This is least expected of you. There are people that are role models in the society. There are people that young people are looking. When you do what's this other program that you people do? Is it Worry? This yearly program in Worry, or even AY show? People look. You see the number of people that are attending. You see the number of people that connect, people that are viewing, people that are following you. So there are certain things that before you do it, at least, if not for those your followers, at least for your teenage daughter and for your little angel. I don't know how it got to this point in time. The same you that were there for me, Dochi, because it's the same thing that is now playing out. It's just the same thing that is playing out. If a lady was pregnant for you twice, if she had insisted, just like Judy Austin insisted, and they now have the child, that is why, I mean, that is how you now have a child out of marriage, and then she will now insist on, okay, you should marry her, and then it becomes a second wife, adultery gone wrong. The same thing you condemn in your school, that is the same thing that you're doing. How? How? What went wrong? What went wrong that what your wife is complaining about? And I know you really have deep love for this your wife from your post and from what two things you say about her. How come she's complaining of one particular thing, repeatedly, and you are not able to address it? You are not able to, stop doing that. Because at this point in time, it is no longer apologies or sorry that she needs or that is needed. It's a question of whoever that is doing something that is wrong to stop it so that your marriage can move on. If your marriage get to 40 years to 50 years, if Jesus starts to come, is it a bad thing that people will look at your marriage and be using it as an example? Is it a bad thing, Uncle AY? How come and you said it right that your 20 years marriage is slipping off your hands? How could you watch a Uncle Emma, you of all people? You are watching for a 20 years marriage to slip off your hands just like that for no just reason. And you know one thing, I don't know the people that are accusing you of that you are cheating with. Those ladies that you are cheating with, are your children safe with them? If the person comes in, are your children safe with them? Are you even safe with the person? Is the person going to, in the next 20 years that you've stayed with Mabel, is it going to be the same thing? Well, how is this? How is this thing coming? How is this happening? How are you allowing this thing to happen? Because it's the same thing that played out in Yu's case, as I said. And the story that I said that somebody told you is also the same thing. The man left. Well, the man has been married to his wife for I think for 31 years. He left the woman and went to another lady. Every effort to talk to the man and the man paid deaf ears to him. The man married that other lady. They had twins. The twins died mysteriously. The twins just died. Whether it was the woman or so, nobody knows what happened. So the man now continued with the lady. At the end of the day, the lady drained this man, build me a house here, buy me a house here, do this, do that. By the time the man had nothing on him again, then the lady now started showing her true colors. She will bring a man into the house, and before you know it, they now tell the man, please, if you talk to me again, I will deal with you. So the man now started sending people to his wife to go and beg her. So the wife now said, you are begging me now. When you had nothing that I married you, I suffered that time I stayed with you. Now that you had something, you went and lavished it, and then you are now come back to that position. So you want me to continue the suffering of being with you now that you have nothing. Are you fair to me? I tell you, these people, they have the last child is had just finished his youth service. For you to know, the last child, the first child I think is resides in the UK or US. For you to just know. So what is it? If this thing is happening to people repeatedly, is it not enough for you to take precaution and know that if once the signs start tilting towards you, you avoid it like plague? How could you have allowed this? What is going on? 20 years just down the drain like that? So you start all over, Abi? And those people that you're cheating with, you're now certain that, if you're with them, that everything will work out. I don't want to start mentioning names of people that their experiences ended up in a bad way. For your wife to have moved out, you allowed it, and you came on social media and you're saying one or two things that for the sake of your daughter that has access to the internet. But meanwhile, you are indirectly responding, you are indirectly confirming it. So why should that be? Have you considered about that girl? You went to your sister's wedding with her. You see what she wore. The up of her the top was almost open like that at this age. Would you be able to control her as an adult? Because now that she's a teenager, this is the time that a mother needs to be there to guide her daughter. And then again, the father will now be there to make for balanced parenting. But when it is only one person, you will not be there all the time. Business will take you outside the country or something. And then this girl will just be there, maybe left with your side chick or your whoever. Are they safe in their in the person's hands? And especially even your small girl. Are they safe in there are certain, see, there are certain things you make, you do it as a sacrifice because of the fact that there are people that are now attached to you. You do it as a sacrifice. What is it that has gotten out of hand that you this thing will just walk away like that? A modern man like you, a well-traveled man, a well-experienced man like you, haba, this shouldn't be an Uncle AY. This shouldn't be. I don't know whether this thing has passed the stage of begging or whatever. But there are still people, maybe your pastor or your reverend or reverend father or whatever, I don't know where you worship. Maybe you just get them and then let it be a strong promise that whatever thing you say your wife is doing that is wrong, this person stop it or whatever. If it is still possible, if it is still redeemable. But if you guys have decided to end it this way, well, who are we? It is you that is involved. It is Mabel that is involved. So you're both adults. Whatever thing you decide, well, we'll just be here looking at you people, right? But I tell you, AY, think twice about this. Think twice about this. This is not the best way to go. This is not the best way to go at all. That's my candid opinion. My candid opinion. It's now left for you to, the choice is entirely yours, okay? Guys, I don't know what you people think. Put them in your prayers and please leave a comment for them at the comment section because I'm going to tag them as usual, right? I move over to another thing I want to talk about. Yes, actually three things I want to discuss today. The second one I want to talk about is about Moses Bliss. Yes, our own Moses Bliss that just recently got married to his heartthrob, Gary from Ghana. Moses, congratulations once again, and thank God for you because it is not easy for God to guide you to or lead you to the person He has for you. From every indication, it shows that this is the lady that God has for you, and true to fact, the lady is a full package. Okay, it shows that with her humble nature, with her calm nature, your ministry, your wealth, everything about you is safe in her hands. But Moses, in the name of the living God, will serve and worship. I like to urge you. I like to plead with you. Please take your wife off social media. I don't know what endorsement you're still looking again. I don't know what validation you are still looking again. When God has given you this lady and you're certain that it's God and it's just very obvious, I don't know what validation you are still looking again. Every now and then, have you seen my baby? This, that, that, that. I don't know what this validation you are looking for again. The way you're exposing this lady to the social media, by the time it starts, backfiring, you will not be happy about it. Look at your elder sister, Mercy Chiwo. When she gave birth to her boy, people were congratulating her. Oh, Mercy had a boy and all that and all that. There was nothing negative until she decided to put out the face of that boy. Then the thing happened. You know all about it. You know all about it. So Moses, I don't know. This marriage is far too young for you to be exposing this lady the way you're doing. I don't know which validation you come out from the airport. Photographer will take you, put it there. You enter her car, you carry her clothes up. And what is all those for? What is all those for? God gave you to her for you, both of you to fulfill destiny, because the Bible says that one shall chase 1,000 and two shall chase 10,000. Whatever thing that made God to bring her into your life, that means God has an assignment for both of you as a couple. Okay, the 1,000 you were chasing before, it is now for you, both of you, to chase 10,000. But the way you are now going about exposing her, and by the time online in-laws will start reaction or start commenting or whatever, it will distract you. It will make you to look focused. Already they've started checking for her what she's wearing and what have you. I don't have a problem personally what to wear, because people that are saying she should wear a sexy dress, you saw those sexy people, you left them and married the one that wears like an old woman. So why do they now want her to start wearing the one, like the people that you didn't choose from? So I don't have a problem with that, but my issue is, please take your wife and your marriage matter off social media. Everything about your wife is on the social media. People know her and know that, look, this lady is a good one, right? But take it. Also listen to the counsel of your friend, Frank Edwards. In fact, at a point, I was like, is it that Moses doesn't have friends or that they don't talk to him? The way you are flaunting this marriage and everything. Thank God that Frank Edwards have told you something. I told you the same thing. And then, based on the experience of Mr. Chibu, please, we know too well that you love your wife and she also loves you. Please take her off social media. Let it be that if there's any time you're going to show her, just once in a while, so that when she comes out, people will be eager to hear her talk or whatever. But once you now make it like an everyday, every minute affair or something, at a point, people will now, womb watchers will even come in and start counting days and months and years for you, if you know what I mean. Please, my brother, if it will be possible, please take your wife and your family off social media. It will pay you better so that you can concentrate and focus on the ministry that God has committed into your hands, both of you, right? That is my personal opinion too. Guys, I don't know what you people think. Let me know your thoughts at the comment section on this, okay? Then I also like to make a comment about one of your signees, Ebuka. Ebuka songs? Yes, Ebuka songs. The guy that sang Fine Boy, We Love Jesus, Fine Girls, We Love Jesus, and all that. I know he's your signee in Spotlight Nation. But I saw a video, I think 2, 3 days ago, that was now giving the impression he was actually the one that was saying that it's like both of you have parted ways. And I was like, how? How? What did happen now? What brought about this? Because I recall I also saw a video where you presented a car to him, to your barber that you said has been with you for 9 years, and to one other lady, Doris, you said that she has also been with you for 6 months. You met her when you sang Daddy with the Pampa and all that, and they were so emotional, especially this Ebuka. He was just weeping like a baby. He was so grateful and all that, okay? In fact, people down started talking to him, started calming him down with you. I recall I saw that video and I felt, oh, this is wonderful. At least for this guy to, be appreciative of you doing that, and at your age, for you to have been able to thought of doing this for, people that are working with you, that are loyal to you and everything. That was thoughtful of you and that was kind of you. So to Ebuka, I like to say, please don't allow people to clap you out of relevance. Don't have a mature arrival mentality. What do I mean by that? If Moses, because I also recall that you went for the wedding. I remember when another video I saw that when he was going for Thanksgiving service with his wife, you came and and he prayed for you and everything. I think before you now left Ghana. So I want to say to you, don't allow a premature arrival mentality to make you to lose focus, to make you to lose relevance. And the worst of it all is this: every foundation of anybody that God has called, has to be a foundation of peace, has to be a foundation of respect, has to be a foundation of humility. I don't know what is wrong, that you're now deleted Spotlight Nation or whatever, whatever, whatever. Ebuka, it hasn't gotten to that. If you agree with me, if you listen to me, you see that Moses Bliss that God used to bring you to the level that you bring, please continue to be loyal to him. As a matter of fact, if he's going for any show, go. If you is a backup, if you're doing for, go and do that backup at your stage. Go and do that backup. I said that to say this. Do you know that Mercy Chinwo still does backup for Mama Chioma Jesus? Yes, Mercy, that is a global known gospel artist, she still does backup for Mama Chioma Jesus, right? There are some times that Mama Chioma Jesus will go, so Mercy will go and carry my phone and stand at the back. She might call her to now come up and be singing with her together, while the rest of the people are just at the background there. But she will take that position. It shows loyalty, it shows humility, it shows respect, and that is the way to grow. He will not take anything from you. People might be telling her, what does he think? Maybe Moses said something, or maybe after the word, or whatever. I don't know what led to that. And then, what does he think? Maybe this, that, that, that. Please, if you will listen to me, let humility, let respect and peace be your watchword. It is better, even if you people are going to part ways, you part ways in peace. Let it be that the man that God used to help you at this particular point in time will be the one to pray and release you from his heart. Don't make that relationship a close-ended one. Don't make it. God loves it when there is orderliness. God loves it when there's respect. God loves it when there's humility. That is what I want you to, adopt at this particular point in time, irrespective of what Moses had done. The truth about the matter is that you are anointed, you are anointed. God has given you the grace. God has been giving you songs that you're doing backup for him, or that you're following him to go, and then, if he has a show, you come there and then perform without charging money and all that. It doesn't take anything from you. By the time God will come through for you, you will be shocked to your bones. Remember even the story of Moses. He said, I can't remember the details of it, but he said that there were some people, I think some people he was singing with and everything. Somewhere along the line, those people started charging money. They were now traveling outside the country and everything. And it looks as if he was now forgotten. God told him, go back and start learning how to play keyboard. And he went back to church and started playing keyboard. Today, the day God announced him to the world, Those people, I don't know whether they're hearing their names. He didn't mention their names, but at least Moses Bliss is now a well-known person, at least globally. He's been going UK, Canada, US, and so on and so forth. So your time of that kind of explosion will come. Let heavens be the one that will announce you. Let heavens be the one that will clap for you and then lead you and direct you on when to peacefully leave your is it your mentor now or so that he can pray for you and then vouch for you that look, you have been loyal and you have been faithful and you have been respectful to him. I don't want you to leave in such a manner as if giving the impression that a quarrel for you to delete everything about Spotlight Nation, everything about this and everything about. Honestly, Ebuka, I don't think so. So that you don't have this kind of a premature mental arrival mentality, because it might terminate, the grace. It might not terminate it as in completely, but it will come to a point where you'll be singing and but nobody will be hearing, right? That is the gift you got from God freely. Just service that gift with humility and with respect. That's all I'm saying. Guys, I'd like to you to share your opinions with me on this particular issue about Ebuka songs, okay? His relationship with Moses Bliss that is now shaky or something like that. So let me know in the comment section also what is your thought on that. Then I come to the last thing I want to talk about, and that has to do with Agozy TV, that content creator man that talked about Mercy Chinwo's son and Pastor Nathaniel Bassi. What is unfortunate about this whole thing to me personally is that this is a matured man. This is a matured man who knows what defamation is all about. And I want to believe that that man is married, that man has children. For you now to come and say this kind of a thing that you know is capable of breaking those two homes, because Pastor Nathaniel's wife, Bass's wife, if she doesn't trust her husband, that is enough to break their home. The same thing with Pastor Blessed. If he doesn't trust his wife, this is enough to break their home. And you came and you were holding your ears. I am saying it, go and do a DNA test. That child is not your own. I don't want what is it called? I don't want a justice for whoever, and you'll be ending up bringing. You are just dragging your ear like that. Oga, how? Oga Agozy TV, how? And the unfortunate thing again is that this is not the first time you're doing it. This is just not the first. You did it to AY. You did it to AY. You started dragging AY over this man even before their marriage saga got to this point. You did it to MC Bakara about their daughter that has a health challenge. It was like you are mocking them. You did it to, I think, Very Dark Man also. There were other people you did this thing to. You begin to wonder, okay, how is this your own content creation, deformation of character, your content creation? How? Yes, you can own your opinion, just as I'm airing my opinion now. You air your opinion, but not that you now come and defend people. You are not saying it as in, this boy resembles this man. Okay, the semblance is too strong, but you didn't say it like that. You were saying it of a certain that hey, go and do a DNA test. This boy is not your child, so that you don't end up bringing up another person's child. And I don't want a hashtag justice for so and justice for so. You were saying it with every certainty. And even when people were telling you at the comment section, your comment section, please, Oga, this thing you're saying, no, it's defamation of character. They will sue you. Don't say that. You say, nobody had any apology. So why are you now crying? Because the DNA test is now out, and it is Pastor Blessed that has the son. So why are you now crying? Now that they have written to the police, you want them to go and then now tell the police, okay, don't do it again. Or, okay, I want to withdraw my petition. How? You should consider the personality of Pastor Nathaniel Bassi. That man is a global minister of the gospel that is well known all over the world. So, if you defame his character, like, you don't expect him to now just keep quiet about that. Like, even Mercy Chinwo, you don't expect them to keep quiet like that because of the kind of personality and because of their global, status. You don't expect them to keep quiet like that. Now that they have taken, I think they've even sued to court or something. I think Mercy and her husband have sued to court, and now you apologize. You are now crying, shedding crocodile tears. I called it crocodile tears because after the video where you were crying and all that, I now saw a video where you are now lambasting your followers or your viewers, and you were now telling they were quick to share the video where you were talking that that child is not Mercy Chinwo's husband's child, but they are not quick to share the one that you apologize. Do they owe you that responsibility? So you are talking of them to share your video so that it can make more meaning to you. But the people that you defend their character, you don't even care. You don't even care. And then some people were saying, Pastor Nathaniel, you're a pastor. Jesus carried the koboko and were flogging people in the temple. during his time. He go and read your Bible very well. Jesus carried koboko himself, and they were flogging people in the temple when they got things wrong. Maybe through punitive measures, the people of the world will learn righteousness. No, you don't do things like that and expect people to clap for you. Look at Apostle John Suleiman. What happened between him and Halima? Today, the court has fined Halima 10 million naira to pay to Apostle Suleiman. At least, I mean, before you start defaming people like that, be sure of what you're saying. And there's no evidence, there's no nothing. And like I said, this thing is capable of breaking the two homes. You don't care. You are just talking and shouting, holding your ears. And before you know it, other people picked it from you. And then the five of you, when they now say, we are not apologizing to anybody. We said what is right. Now that the DNA has confirmed that is a Pastor Blessed son, that is the true father of the boy, then it is now time to start. If the DNA had said otherwise, oh, you would have even talked more. But thank God that DNA has proven what is the truth, because Pastor Nathaniel Bass is not that kind of a person. And then only for you now to start crying for. Anyway, it is left for them. If they decide to, anyway, they decide to handle it. But the point I'm making here, Oga Agozy TV, please stop this way of defaming people, all in the name of content creation. We all talk about people, give our opinion about people. And I just talked about AY and his wife, marriage saga. I just talked about Moses Bliss, the way he has been exposing his wife and family on social media. I just talked about Ebuka songs and so on. And now I'm talking about your own. There's a difference in between your reacting based on what you know is a fact that is put out there, that it has been confirmed even by AY, okay, and even by Ebuka himself. The one that you're talking about, that there's no confidence, there's no evidence whatsoever. No, 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 no. You went too far, Oga. And this is not the first time you're doing it. What do you actually gain? What do you actually gain by defaming people like this? A matured man like you. It's not fair now. It's not fair. Think about it. If you are in their shoes, how would you feel? How just would you feel? I'm sure that time, deep down them, they will be like, hey, are you sure? Hey, are you sure? That thing is enough to break a home. And the mercy, I think her marriage is just about 3 or 4, 5 years, not up to 5 years or so, maybe about that. Please, Oga, please change his style of defaming people's character, all in the name of content creation. Guys, I don't know what you people think. Please let me also know at the comment section what you people think. On this note, guys, I'd like to end this video here, and then I thank you guys for always watching my videos. Please, as I said earlier, the comment section is free. Share your opinion, share your thoughts with me on the 3 issues I talked about, or the 4, because I mentioned the Ebuka songs too. On the 4 issues I mentioned, please share your thoughts with me, okay, at the comment section. I'll be waiting there for you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Please take care, and bye for now, guys.